morning, Tesla is facing a bit of a crisis. Sales are falling around the world amid backlash over Elon Musk's seemingly ever expanding role in the Trump administration. The company is seeing the worst performing stock in the S&P 500 so far this year, and it just issued a recall of nearly all of its Cybertrucks in the U.S. because an exterior panel can come off while driving. And now a major investor in Tesla is calling for the billionaire CEO to step aside. Joining us now is Ross Gerber, president and CEO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. Ross, thanks for being here with us this morning. I really appreciate it. I know you've said Tesla needs a new CEO. Explain to us why.
Well, because Elon doesn't work at Tesla. I think we can all just accept that he works at the government, and I have no problem that he's chosen this role that he wants to do in the Trump administration. But Tesla has been severely harmed by not only just his lack of attention and his association with Trump and the politics he's brought in, but also his just ridiculous rhetoric that, it just infuriates customers and shareholders.
And I want to play a clip from Howard Lutnick, who had this to say about Tesla. I just want to listen to that.
Buy Tesla. It's unbelievable that this guy's stock is this cheap. It'll never be this cheap again. When people understand the things he's building, the robots he's building, the technology he's building, people are going to be dreaming of today.
Ross, this comes on the heels, of course, of the president on the south lawn of the White House with the Teslas and trying to kind of amp up sales. From a business perspective, does that help?
No, I don't think that helps at all. Lutnick and Trump, first of all, Trump doesn't drive, okay? So having a non-driving person say, oh, I'm getting a car, and then basically not drive it, doesn't sell a lot of cars. We'll see. Maybe he got MAGA to buy the cars, But I think this is an act of desperation, and instead they should be advertising to the public with traditional ads, which I've been saying for 2 years. It's like the only advertising Tesla has is what Elon does, and it's now causing people to literally attack Tesla owners and burn dealerships. This is as crisis of a situation in a business world that I've ever seen. So, not ever, but it's pretty. There goes my cat. It's pretty bad. So, I think from my perspective, there's a CEO, Glenn Shotwell at SpaceX. There's a CEO. We asked him to get a CEO of Twitter, and he found Lindy Occarina, who's an amazing executive as well. And he can find an amazing executive or promote somebody like J.B. Straubel, but get somebody to run Tesla and focus on all these issues, because it's clear that he's not, and the results are starting to show, and especially in the sales numbers dropping so precipitously. It's just people are going to see this year the damage that's being done to the brand, and I think it's just so distressful, because Tesla's mission is advancing sustainable transportation and energy, and it's in a critically important company for climate change, and it might be a really cheap time to buy the stock if they actually get a real CEO. I'm not saying Elon shouldn't be involved with Tesla. What I'm saying is that somebody needs to be running the company, just like every other company in America today. The CEO is 100% focused on that company's success.
And it's interesting. I interviewed Dan Ives, who I'm sure you know, and he's one of Tesla's biggest champions. And he told me he thought Musk would reach essentially a tipping point in the next several weeks where he would have to decide between Doge and being the CEO of Tesla. Do you think that Musk himself can get there with that he can get to the point where he thinks he needs to choose?
I'm the tipping point. I've had enough, okay? And I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. Somebody needs to address the issues at Tesla, and if it's not going to be Elon, it needs to be somebody else. And I think the tipping point is here. I mean, what's worse than literally Tesla owners are scared of having their car vandalized, including me. I drive a Cybertruck, and it's like I shouldn't have to feel like I'm taking some sort of risk driving my truck. It's absurd. I live in Santa Monica, where everybody has a Tesla, and it's like people drive with their heads down because it's like we all love the cars and the brand, but now it's like this tainted thing. So I think there's still time to repair Tesla, and a really good crisis communication team could really help. you know, like real professionals who know what they're doing, who could help repair the brand. But for some reason, Elon thinks he's above like anybody else, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Well, let me tell you, this sucks. Okay, it sucks to be a Tesla shareholder, and it sucks to be a Tesla owner, and that's why I'm here.
All right, Ross Gerber, who says he is the tipping point. He's ready for change. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it.